My name is Malerie Moore, and I'm a KCB II with the second company with Kansas City Ballet. The piece is called Too Much Talking, and I think sometimes we all can relate to the feeling of there being too much noise inside of our head and not really knowing how to handle that, or the feeling of being small, or the feeling of being pushed around. We all have different moments when we've been feeling that way, and I tried to choreograph it so you weren't bound to any super specific story, but it alluded to a certain idea that I think everyone can relate to. This year, just personally, I've been going through that, just being in my 20s, trying to figure myself out. There's just sometimes a lot, and it can be overwhelming. I came up with parts of the pas de deux in my apartment at 11 o'clock at night because I couldn't go to sleep because something was on my mind or weighing on me. The first week that we got in here, I finished the pas de deux in 2 days because it just felt so personal and fresh that as soon as I got in there, I had more ideas than I had counts to do with them. So it just kind of all flew out. The first movement is very different than the second movement. I think there's a big shift just in the music and sort of the vibe of the overall piece that I think it was at first kind of scary to figure out, okay, how am I gonna transition this? Because I've changed, my style has evolved even just through this year from when I choreographed the first thing. How am I gonna transition this into the second? And when I got in here, it kind of just all came out, and it has a natural momentum just because I think that's the way it was choreographed. I think what the audience can expect from my piece and New Moves is really seeing themselves in some way or another. I think we all can relate to the feeling of being overwhelmed, and so I think it will be very meaningful and feel very personal to each person in the audience in their own specific way, which is kind of what I was hoping for the audience to feel and for all the dancers to feel individually, that they could relate to it in a way that's personal to them.